Hello, everybody. In case you don't remember me, my name is Eddie Bush. I'm founder and president of Craftsmanship Accounts. I'm also a distinguished software engineer for Hunter Industries nowadays. My 2025, I want to do more streaming. And so this is me starting. We're going to do something really simple today. And we're going to get into the advent of code. I've already signed in here. And I'm not going to read all this. I invite you to do that if you'd so like. Pretty simple problems. All right, so never done this before. And I'm not actually sure how I get the actual list. What's total distance between your lists? Your actual left and right list contain many location IDs. What is the All right, so basically, this is a weird problem. Their Santa's gone. They're trying to track him down, and there's a couple of lists here. And one group found the list on the left, another group found the list on the right, and somehow this exercise is about figuring out if we found everything. I mean, that's about the only answer you could get. Like, it's the same or it's not, right? Because what we do is we go through each list, and for the same position, for example, 3 and 4, the distance between that is 1, right? There's 4 minus 3 is 1. And so you'd have 1 for the first one, 1 for the next one, 3 for the next one, 2 for the next one, 6 and 0, right? And so you'd add that up. And I think the sum of all those is 11, if I recall. Doesn't really matter. It's just, this distance plus this distance plus this distance. So I thought it'd be neat if we did this using TDD. And so I've already got a set up here to do that. And here we are. We're in Typescript. This is Vite and Vite test. And I'm just going to run everything. Make sure that we can fail. Hey, look at that. We can. And let's see how this works. Not sure if this is something we want or not. Looks like it's running things there. I wonder if I could put this over here. Oh, I've done it now. Okay, making my life just incrementally more difficult, aren't I? So none of these are things that I want. All right. Okay. Yeah, I see what's going on here. Okay. Fine. I don't know that I love that. What happens? This is just not. It's showing me, but it's up there a ways. So I don't think I want to run that like that. I think instead. let's see here. That is not what I want. That's not what I want either. What am I thinking here? That's what I'm thinking. Okay, I'm using the latest LTS node. Now, let's do this. All right. Now, this is a little nicer view. I think I would like to see that. I don't necessarily want to tile this. Let's try this. And maybe? How does that look for you all? Yeah, it's not horrible. Looks like failure is going to occur. Hold on here a second. How can I put me? I would like to be able to position me in another place. I guess maybe I don't get that choice. All right. Well, I think what I'm seeing here is a reason to use a different tool. This tool is constraining. Uh-oh. Maybe not. What is that? That's a little better. In fact, if we're running it over there, we could do that. And put these over here. And you don't really need that on. So I'm the only person here. And let's see here. All right. All right. So I guess if I'm conscious about where I'm standing, then this will probably work out fine. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So and then. Right, now that I've done that, I want to come back to, there's the thing. Okay. Let's grab our examples. And I'm just going to throw this over here. Thank you for trying to help me. I've got Copilot on. It can be helpful to code with that sometimes. And sometimes it's just in your way. All right. So I'm going to put it here as an example. I don't really care. Like, so this would be 1. This is 1. This is 3. This is 2. This is 6. And this is 0. All right. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now that's interesting. 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3. Interesting. Well, that looks really interesting. Two plus 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 5. Three, 4. Smallest number of the, oh, yeah, I didn't order them. Yeah. Totally forgot about that part. Right. So, um, um, let's see here. Can I do? That's what I'm going to do there. Okay. All right. So this then is going to become one, two, three, 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 four. 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4. I think that's right. 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4. Yep. And then this will become 3, 3, 3, 4, 5, 9. 3, 3, 3, 4, 5, 9. I think that's right. 3, 3, 3, 4, 5, 9. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay. So this is actually 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 5. Okay. Now 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. There you go. All right. And yeah. Well, some of the, it's actually the third column, right? And this is thinking about like order of operations. This is kind of handy a little bit, but we want to think about this from a test first perspective. So what does that mean to us? Well, a fellow named James Grinning gave us this great thing called zombies. And zombies is a way for us to think it through a problem and come up with a set of tests, a test list that we would like to use. So for 0, what if both lists are empty? For 1, let's say both lists have 1 element. And then we can move on to multiple elements. Boundaries. This is, I don't know that we're necessarily going to have a lot of classes or anything here. This might be as simple as a function. We'll let the code evolve and tell us interfaces, exceptions. Here, let's say the Z stands for 0. The 0 stands for 1. This is many or more complex. So yeah, and many is 2, right? Multiple is 2. So but which is interesting because TDD has like this rule of 3 that we sometimes talk about. So we may actually go to 3 before we generalize, maybe. This is boundaries. This could be boundaries between layers, things like that. It could be boundaries within ranges, right? So we got some flexibility about how we think about boundaries. There could be a lot of different kinds of boundaries that we're interested in. interfaces, exceptions, and then the S is for small or simple. And it's just kind of something we want to think about as we go along. We want to keep it small and simple. We want to work small. And that's sort of the foundation behind all this, right? This is why we're breaking it out like this. All right. So let's see. This is actually what I want. Yeah. I don't know if I love the names, but and this will be sum of distances. I don't love these names, but that's fine. And I'm just programming by wishful thinking, right? It's test driven. I'm not writing production code until I've got some need. And compilation is the first need that I have. This can't compile. You see the little red there? Yeah, it's not going to compile really well until that exists. And there's some TypeScript violations. Go ahead and say that these are number arrays, and now it's being nice enough to tell me that I haven't defined that function. I'm going to use my keyboard shortcuts here. Whatever your quick fix is, mine's Alt Enter or Option Enter because I'm on a Mac. And oh, that's nice. Lets me do it either way. So I guess if I do that, it's named. Nice. And if I do this, nice. So I'm going to bring that in. I've got my tests automatically running. Every time I save, my tests are running. And this is actually running all the tests. This is kind of how I want to work, because if I'm not always running all my tests, they can't really tell me if I've done something bad. And I really want to know. Like this is part of the reason that I want to have these tests. Now, the tests are helping me think through other things too, right? Like how do I want to build this function up? And it seems like it's turning out to be a function. So, so far as boundaries, well, this is the boundary. This is, and my interface to this is, I've got a function that I hand a couple of lists to. Not loving it from like a domain perspective. I feel like maybe there was a better way to go here, but I'm still not passing. The easiest thing I could possibly do is just return 0. That gets us to green. This is good enough. I don't want to do anything that my tests aren't forcing me into, because if I do that, it's not test driven. The tests haven't driven me into that. And I don't want to stay red any longer than I have to. So I'm not really thinking about what the best practice might be in a situation, or what a good design is, I'm thinking, how do I get to green? If I can make a test pass, then that test will hold me to that constraint. It will let me know when I violate it. And this is the value of TDD, right? So I'm just going to keep it really simple. I still don't love this. It's green. Let's see. These are location IDs. So I could do something like this. Oh, I'm choking on this, but it's a little closer. And then, well, again, it's the tests are running every time I hit save, right? So I know I'm not breaking anything. And I'm going to need this in the next test. So I'm going to kick this out now. This is a technique called TDD, like you mean it. Like, we're just going to build this thing here in the test, and we're going to incrementally increase its scope as we need it in a broader scope. If I'm initially developing something, having it in the test is just fine. When I need it well, in this case, even in the same test method, eventually I've got to kick it out to the same test class. Well, this isn't really a test class, but the same suite, right? And the same module. I've got to slowly, writing more tests forces me to increase the scope of visibility to the thing, right? And then eventually, if I want to use it in production code, it's got to be over there, right? So this is sort of the way that we work through that. I'm going to go for about another 12 minutes here, or when I finish this. Okay, so what on earth? Okay. Just looking at the way that this is showing things. It's interesting to me. I don't really need to see that. I guess it's okay. It's kind of covering things. I don't like that. Okay. There you go. Sorry, I'm discovering my tools as I go along. You'll notice that one of the things I always do is I prioritize learning ahead of everything else. It's the most important thing that we do every day. Exercising curiosity, right? Meeting each day and the challenges of each day. And this includes our communication with one another. Meeting those challenges with curiosity is going to buy us a whole lot. So I want to encourage you just always to meet a question with curiosity. Meet something that is different than you think it should be. This could be somebody else's code, right? Meet it with curiosity. Oh, that's interesting. Hey, that's interesting. What made you do it like that? Well, I wouldn't have thought about it like that. You're not endorsing what they did. You're finding a way to start a conversation about it without attacking them, right? Especially if it's something that works, right? I think that working is the place that we start, not the place that we end. Hopefully all of us do. And I also think that a team owns code instead of a single person. Hopefully all of us do. And so, but it makes it easier to have that conversation. Oh, it's interesting that you just declared that function right there in that test. What made you do that? Oh, well, I'm going to kick it out later. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's good enough right there, right now. Let's see. Hmm. This is true, and um, this isn't a horrible next test actually. Um, the thing I don't like about it is it doesn't fail, and part of the reason that I'm adding more tests is to force failure along a specific line of thinking. Right? I want to take small steps and cause what I'm building to fail in new small ways to force me to change the production code to be a little more interesting, a little more interesting. But I want to do this. I'm going to do this in small steps. Um, so I think what I want to do is something more like this. There we go. Okay, nice. Now, what I could do here is I could say, um, oh, let's see. I just violated a rule. I'm refactoring under red. I don't want to do that. But you know what I can do is I can come back here and I can do that. And then, so I've skipped the new test I'm creating because when I started down the path, I looked at it and I said, I want to refactor. And that's fine. I'll just skip that test that's failing. It's the new one, right? And I'm doing something here. It's a super simple example of it, but I'm making the change easy, and then I'm going to make the easy change, supposedly. Um, I noticed that it's going to be more effort than it should be for me to make this test pass, and so I'm going to only take the smallest step I can under red, right? So if I can be green when I'm changing structure, then I always know if I did something to make things fail, right? So, all right, so I'm going to do the refactor, and I'm just going to introduce a variable called sum, and we're going to do it like that. And okay, still passing with the one. All right. Okay, now I'm back to my failure. Um, let's say that is not what I want to say. What I'd like to say is um, there's sort of an assumption that these tests are the same length. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if I should have that assumption. Uh, feels like there's an unexpressed expectation that Feels like there's an unexpressed expectation that the lists are of the same size. Oh, there's where we get our puzzle input. Yeah. To begin, get your puzzle input. I don't need puzzle input to begin. I've got the sample. I know what I'm doing. I'm just going to test drive this thing. Okay. You wonder how people solve things quickly? This could be one of the ways, right? I mean, that's when the timer starts. Then. All right, so where are we at? We've got a new test down here. Okay. Right. Yes. So we could say sum and we're doing a difference here. And that made it pass. I am going to refactor this test a little bit. I'm going to inline these. I'm going to do that because I'm going to do this. Okay. I don't know if I like this now that I've done it. Okay, we're going to go with that. Now I'm going to flip this around. And hey, look at that. Well, this isn't about where this is positioned on a number line, right? This is about the distance, and distance is always an absolute value. So let's do this. Hey, look at screen again. You know, we just created something that's worth giving a name to. It's going to seem small to you guys, but this right here is it's distance. It is distance, right? So let's see. I'm going to pull this out to a method. I'm on a Mac, and Command Option M lets me pull out a method. Oh, this is distance. I don't want that like that. I want to introduce a parameter. So again, Command Option P. Number's not a good name. First is fine. Okay. Oh, it did the thing. I didn't even see it doing it. It put the defaults. No, we're not playing that game. I gotta. It used to be if you hit it twice, it would pull a dialogue up, and you could change the settings. And that's really what I want to do here, because I want to say don't do that. Maybe I'm not far enough down. Oh, okay. Here we go. It's just not letting me do it. Huh. This is arrogant of it to think that I would want to do that. Oh, now there it is. I don't want that. That's what I'm looking for. It didn't do what I want, though. Look at that. Oh, man. Come on, JetBrains. You guys used to be better than this. What the hell are you doing to us? I used to be able to do this without all this ceremony. And when it stopped. I don't want the. Huh. All right. All right. Is there like where is the uh, refactor? Maybe this will give me the. It's still not giving me the dialogue. I don't like that. Oh, wait, it. Did it hear me griping? It observed I had endured enough pain that it now wanted to let me do the thing that I want it to do. Okay, that's what I was going for the first time. I don't know why that had hurt so bad. Okay. Pull that up here. What are we doing here? There we go. Don't really need those. Do it like that. And okay. Now, I did that in a way that wasn't as awesome as it could be. And the thing is, like, I found two different behaviors in the one test. This is subtle, and it's something that a lot of people do their first time around. Well, until they learn not to, right? I've conflated what we do when both arrays have one element with what happens when signs are different. When the sign is, we wind up with a negative number out of the distance. This is really easy to fix. Computers. It computers. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. It's a reasonable way to say that. Actually wrote that test for me. This is between. It also put it on the distance function, which isn't bad, because that's actually where the behavior is at. That was pretty cool, actually. Go Copilot. It gets some wins. Okay, now, what if we had a 2-element list? So I am really going through the zombies, right? None, one. I'm doing many and more complex, right? The distance being absolute is a kind of a more complex thing. Made me think about that. And I'm still doing many or more complex. Let's say we had 1, 2, and then 2, 2. Oh, it's really tied to, yeah, it's tied to length, right? And so that's what's going on here. We got 0, but we wanted to have 1. Watch for stuff like that. When you do something that's artificial, like and it is pretty artificial, right? Like, hey, when there's one element, it behaves this way. I'm trying to go to general behavior, and I'm forcing some really specific stuff as I go along. But potentially that accidentally makes this next thing pass, right? So be thinking as you go along. You should always be thinking, this test is going to fail, right? I guess I'm going longer than 30 minutes, whatever. So, okay, good. Well, I can fix that. And it's going to look like, it's going to look like, there you go. There you go. All right. I could do a little bit of a refactoring here. What the heck's happening here? Why is that? What I've done a really bad thing and I'm just not seeing it. Okay. I think Typescript just picked up the pipe. So here we know what we're talking about, and here we don't. And so now, because sum of distances doesn't work, all right, I need to walk that back. All right. Is there no greater than or equal? Equal? Oh, that's the problem. That's interesting. I thought there was always a 3-character equivalent because the 2-character one does coercion. But okay. Now this is going to fail because of this, which is why I was doing that. And you might notice that it's starting to look like a loop that's not a loop. Um, so let's do another one. Oh, this is a lie. Let's expand this guy's mission a little bit. And got 2 small changes here. First of all, that, and then that, and then that, I think. Yeah, okay. Now you're really seeing it, right? So, what if how can I do this? Let me see. Can I slice? Yeah. All right. So, um, I want to slowly start walking a different solution in. I can see looking at this that this is, I want this to be an array operation. So let's see. What I really want is to say something like, um, and then And I can map it. Yeah, I think this is what I want. Something like that. Okay, yes. Okay, that gets us back. Let's make this a little prettier. So, yeah, we can slow walk this. That's fine. We'll slow walk it. We can bring this down. That's length, right? And okay. All right. So the only thing changing here is the map. I'm sorry. The slice that we're working on, right? So we're doing one at a time. I could roll this up and down. I can just get rid of the slice. And bet that works. Uh-oh. Ah, it doesn't work because of this. All right. So that'll work. This won't. Let's put a reduce on this. I think that'll pass. Oh, sorry. I should have showed you that it's green and then done this. I showed you that it's still green. And I'm going to pull this out too. I don't have function overloading. Maybe I'll just leave that here. Actually, let's do this. Let's bring this over. I changed. So written like this, that slice is just giving me the rest of it, right? So I'm saying I've got something for one. Now, I can actually, I think now I can do this and do that. That. We got a solution. We got a solution. This is not a way I get around that. There's no way to get around that. I wanted to give that a name, but I don't think it gets prettier. I wanted to give that a name. But if I pull this out as a top level function, this has got to know a lot more. It's got to know about all the locations and the ID, right? So it would be I don't know. There's really a lot of value in that. So this is pretty straightforward. I think I'm just going to leave this like that. And let's see if that works. All right. And if that works, then we just need to do this. Nice. And yeah, well, let's see. Let's go get our puzzle input. Okay, there's a couple of lines in there. I'm just going to copy it. And oh man, what do I want to do with that? Well, tell you what. This is going to be a lot. All right, let's see. All right. Let's see if I can use Copilot to help me out here. This is a good robot task. Please partition these columns into two lists named location IDs 1 and 2. All right, let's see if it's being intelligent. It's taking the robot a second. I'm not doing this by hand. Oh, it's not even actually doing what I'm asking it to do. Oh, look at that. Actually, I'm okay with that. That's interesting. Fine. All right. All right. Yeah, I could have done some regular expression replacements then and done that. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy that and do that. And thank you for your service. I'm going to collapse that. And I'm gonna treat this as a characterization test. Um, what are you doing here? Okay. Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not. Seems unlikely. All right. How did we get that? All right. Let's see if we got the right answer. Hmm. It's interesting. That didn't work. I wonder what happened there. Tell you what. Let's grab this. And all right, let's skip this guy for a second. I'd really like to understand what is going on there. Something bad's happening. And it didn't happen during my development. So that means that there's something I missed. The all right. Let's see. Hmm. Is that true? Yeah, I think it's doing the right thing here. Um, all right, let's see here. Oh, can you see my calculator? No, I can't put a calculator there because it is split. How can I do this in front of you? Um, okay, so now that's interesting. That works. There's got to be something interesting in this data. Well, I thought this would be done by now. I mean, I thought it was done. And I'm obviously not. Because it can't answer the question. What am I missing out on here? Location IDs, map. Oh, you know what I never did? I did it in my head when I set the test up. I never wrote a test that made it order the arrays. That's the problem. I didn't order the arrays. Let's see. 3, 8, 9, 1, 2, 5. Now these are ordered also. Oh, that's interesting. Those are ordered. These have got to not be ordered. 1, 2, 5. Yeah, because it goes from 5 to 1 and 6 to 5. So they're definitely not ordered. The easy thing to do here would just be to sort them. I think in the interest of time, I'm going to do that because I need to move on to some other things. So that needs to be in here. There we go. There we go. All right. So I haven't broken anything. I think this will pass now. Oh. Yeah. Let's see if it'll pass now. Really? That's special to me. That's very special to me. Um, yeah, I'm totally not seeing that. Totally not seeing it. Try our solution against the examples given in the puzzle. Sure. So, should have done that. I don't see this not working, but I know I'm kind of making a mess out of this test. Yeah, I'm gonna. Come on now. Am I not? I'm not doing this right. There we go. All right, that should be 11. I'll skip this again. Apparently, it didn't work for 11. Oh. Oh, I'm so smart. Okay, so it works for 11. Great. But it doesn't work here. Man, I really can't imagine That's not the right number. Your answer is too low. Make sure you're using the whole input data. Fine. That's ugly. Well, I feel pretty silly. I figured I had this in the bag. I'm trying to think, like, let's do this actually. In the spirit of leveraging AI. Hey, oh, come on now. What do I do here? Let's see what it's got to say. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh. Of course it would sort things as strings. Like, wouldn't you sort a number list as strings? Isn't that exactly what you would do? Oh, man. And this is a really good example of where AI comes in helpful, right? It's got a little different perspective. What's interesting that it changed nothing here. I have low confidence in that. I'm not argue with it. I'm not asking you to solve the thing. I'm asking you to help me sort these things. So it's pretty insistent that now it spread these out into a new list. Did it say to do that previously? No. Yes, sort method sorts the array in place. Creates a shell copy of the array, ensuring that the original array remains unchanged. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that it should matter, frankly, that the original array is unchanged. What matters is, but whatever. Yeah, let's spread it out. All right. Now don't trust the AI. This is what we want. We want to sort in ascending order. There you go. This is really, really frustrating me. Okay, so there's 268 elements. Did I do something dumb here? I mean, obviously, I've done something unintended, but did I just like cut some stuff out that's supposed to be there? Or get your puzzle input. Okay. Okay. Okay, it goes down to 3967. Yeah, this is not all of it. It truncated. That's the problem. Thank you, AI. Here's an example of how AI can screw you if you trust it too much. Oh no, I can't. It's not that simple. I can't say that that's true. Wait, I can say it's true because this isn't. I didn't ask it to order this. This is unordered, and so yes, these I should be looking at those numbers here, and I'm not, and so it screwed me. So, there it is. That's just like way close up there too, right? So, oh man. Okay. Oh, tell you what. Um, uh, okay. Okay, here we go. Let's get our calm slick going. Let's remember to put the comma in this time. I guess I could have just done this in a test file. Oh wow, there's a couple of pieces of data here. Your number is too low. Well, yep, start to figure out why. Wow. I wonder, did it just get tired of it? It's like, oh, I'm done. I'm a computer. I'm tired. I can't do more than 300. I don't know how many I actually do. I'm just making up stories here. But isn't that interesting that it crapped out on me? You know, I'm like, oh, hey, thank you for proving your lack of dependability. Really appreciate that. There we go. All right. Boom, boom, boom. And the new number is. That's the right answer. You are one gold star closer. I got a gold star. All right. Wow. I want you to stop and think about the amount of time that AI cost me there. Save me a little bit of time. Help me think. Come to some stuff. I could have gotten to the documentation answer pretty quick with Google and Stack Overflow, or if I had a language reference. But man, it really screwed me. When I ask it to do the thing that's repetitive that the computer should do really well, it screwed me. I want you to remember that. Don't trust it. It's not even promising to do the computer stuff with 100% accuracy. So if you think it should work and it still doesn't, it's probably that the AI has probably misled you. And this is exactly why AI is not going to take over developer jobs. Oh, it might get rid of the bad developers. Leaves more space for the rest of us. Best viewers on Stream Boo. Give it space. Okay. Steven Diamante over there on YouTube. Yeah, sorry I missed you, buddy. I was too busy in the thing. I got to figure out how to get chat more prominent. Yeah, I'm going to wind it down right there. I think that's yeah. So, well, I hope that was interesting for you, and I'm glad that I leaned into using the bot a little bit there, because I know AI is a big hot topic, and everybody's like, well, how would you use the bot? And, well, is the bot helpful? And I mean, it's the consultant answer, right? Like, well, it depends. But if you really care about the accuracy, if accuracy is important to you, you really don't want it to be dependent on the bot. And I think we proved that here. So anyway, all right. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. Feel free to subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. And I'm going to do a little bit of this every day. I'm going to do a little bit of it every day. My goal is 30 minutes. We'll see how it goes. All right. All right. Thanks. Like, subscribe, come back.